Happy April Fool's 2026. It's the perfect time to get out some information that everyone's been alluding to but not saying. The short version is that Charles was a child prostitute for Lord Mountbatten. When Charles grew up to the age of 24, he started to engage the services of a 10-year-old child prostitute called Keir Starmer. And then Charles made Keir Starmer a lawyer, a judge, leader of the Labour Party and Prime Minister, and he's now trying to give the UK back to the EU. The EU is a front for the Catholic Church. So that's the short of it. And how that came about was George VI married Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon's maid, and Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon went to France and died at the age of 50 in 1950 of a heart condition at the same age as her brother died, age 50, of the same condition. So Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon's maid produced Elizabeth as a Turkey-based child with, excuse me, with Winston Churchill as the sperm donor, and Winston Churchill was the illegitimate son of Edward VII, who was the illegitimate son of Lionel Nathan Rothschild. So the British royal family are actually Rothschild Batards. So Lord Mountbatten and Prince Philip, or Phil the Broke-Ass Greek, they extorted George VI and Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon's maid on the basis that Elizabeth was illegitimate, and that way Phil the Broke-Ass Greek could marry Elizabeth and have total control over her and the throne, which he did. His only caveat was that he had to attack the true English royal family. The British royal family are completely fake. They are not British, not royal, and not a family. They all have multiple parents. And pedophilia seems to run in the family. Now, in 1814, the Rothschilds trained, or they changed out carrier pigeons for homing pigeons, and they trained homing pigeons to fly from Waterloo to Bank in London. And then the next year they had the Battle of Waterloo in Waterloo and flew the pigeons to Bank and gave the message, etc. And over that, the British royal family bet the right horse, but they were told it's the wrong horse, and they lost all their money. And then the Rothschilds said, we will fund the British royal family in exchange for breeding rights for 200 years. So those 200 years of breeding rights started in 1819 with the birth of Princess Victoria, who became Queen Victoria. She was the daughter of Baron Jacob Rothschild, the French Baron Rothschild, and they look identical. So that carried on from 1819 to 2019, and the prophecy is that it would be for 200 years, about 200 years, that the Rothschild would have the breeding rights. So what's happened now is the British royal family are not British, not royal, and not a family. They've all got different parents, and they're all basically Rothschilds with a few strays. George V was the son of Tsar Alexander III. That's a stray. Andrew, so-called Prince Andrew, is the son of Lord Porchester, and so-called Prince Edward is the son of Lord Plunket, and Charles is the son of Jacob Rothschild, and William is the son of Jacob Rothschild. So Charles and William are actually half brothers. And William and Kate's children are not theirs because they've got blue and green eyes, and the children have brown eyes, so they're just Rothschild plants. And Meghan and Harry don't have any children. Meghan's had a hysterectomy, can't have children. And even the British Parliament wouldn't give their two children royal titles because there was no proof that they existed. So that's kind of an interesting tell, right? So Prince Charles was traded to Lord Mountbatten in exchange for uh, uh, King George VI and his wife Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon's maid being illegitimate and a replacement, and um, Elizabeth being an illegitimate Turkey-based child. So that meant that Lord Mountbatten owned their firstborn as a child sex slave, and that was Charles. So from Coronation Day on, Charles was a child sex slave for Lord Mountbatten, and even the newspapers reported that their relationship was extraordinarily close, which is BBC code for pedophile relationship happening. So I did an interview in 2015, 2018, and I said, Charles is going to destroy the UK before he hands it over to me, and that the first to go would be Prince Andrew and Prince Harry, because they're the closest in age to me. And that's turned out to be exactly right. Charles is destroying the UK. He's trying to give it to the EU again, and the EU is a front for the Catholic Church, which, as we know, is also a pedophile movement. Um, so, um, so Charles was a child prostitute for Lord Mountbatten from the age of 4.5, from Coronation Day on. And then he grew up to be a pedophile. And at the age of 24, he was engaging the services of a 10-year-old male prostitute called Keir Starmer. And in exchange for his services, Charles promoted him to a lawyer, to a judge, to the head of the Labour Party, and to Prime Minister. And guess what? Keir Starmer's trying to give away the UK to the EU. So it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Well, it's great actually that the fake British royal family are falling over. Now, Prince Philip was a demon. He was absolutely a demon, and his role in the agreement was to use his position to destroy the English royal family and any true Scottish royals. So he was supplying heroin to any family that he thought was a true English royal family, or a true Scottish royal family. So huge amounts of heroin in Scotland, huge amounts of heroin in New Zealand. And I actually took Prince Philip's agent to court and exposed him as a heroin trafficker, and exposed him as Prince Philip's agent in New Zealand. He admitted to it in the High Court. And he ran the Mr. Asia heroin trafficking ring, and he was also president of the Law Society, and he was also made Queen's Counsel. It was in 1987 and 1989. So I got that right, and because I am in the English Royals, all of the intelligence agencies were reporting to me. So we'd have competitions to see who could find some stuff out first, and I'd get that information. I'd get it, that afternoon in return, and it'd take them 2 weeks. Say, how do you get it? They all used to report to me. So that's a confirmation. Uh, so um, so with the Rothschilds' breeding rights, the Rothschilds, Jacob Rothschild, and he actually had intercourse with Queen Elizabeth II to produce Charles. And Jacob was, according to his official birth dates, 11 years and 9 months old at the time. So that was an act of pedophilia on Queen Elizabeth's part. And then Jacob Rothschild was completely enamored with Diana, and he thought that that was a Merovingian bloodline, but she was actually the daughter of Sir Jimmy Goldsmith and not um, Earl Spencer. So um, the union of Jacob Rothschild and Princess Diana produced William, and he was conceived on my 20th birthday, and Harry was born on my 23rd birthday. So it's all kind of linked. And Diana had some of my stuff stolen to give to William, just so he had some of the true King of England's possessions. Yeah, so anyway, here's the view. I don't know if you can see it. No, nice. So that's enough for now. The other thing is, part of the prophecy is that I had to be out of the media for a year or more. So it's the second time I've done it. So the last time I posted a video was 23rd of March 2025, and now it's the 1st of April 2026. So it's a year or more, and no one else has done that. No one else has fulfilled that aspect of the prophecy. It's the second time that I've done it. Got a lot of stuff up on Facebook, a lot of really cool videos, and there's the interference horn. So make the best use of it you can.